Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here for another video. This one took me a while to get together so that I could film it for you guys because I had to do a lot of reading and a lot of researching. But I hope that the information I'm going to give you to you guys today is helpful and will start you on your way for beginning homeschooling as far as New York State goes and you know, as far as New York State goes, pretty much. So I tried to make the board here all cute and whatnot and write down the main topics that I'm going to be talking about today. I hope this is helpful. And I'm just going to get started. The first thing that I have up there is the LOI, or the abbreviation for Letter of Intent, which is pretty much the first thing that we have to get in when we begin our homeschooling in New York State process, or in any state really. So let's see. We have also some you know what, let me start with the important dates. Let's start with the important dates because that ties into the letter of intent. So here I have my little, my notebook. I wrote down the main important things because I had all the notes written in my phone, and my phone is recording me right now, and that's not very helpful. So let's get started with the important dates. So as far as when we want to get our letter of intent out, it says it's due by July 1st. Now, I have a friend, her name is Alba, and she's the one who pretty much got me and my sister started on this whole idea of thinking about homeschooling our kids, because she's been already homeschooling her kids, and we pretty much got the idea from her. Thankfully, she's been very helpful with the amount of information that she's been able to provide, and I've been doing my own research as well. So she was telling my sister that pretty much a good date to get it out by would be June, July. So it's true. I did my own research, and July 1st is when it's due. So I would recommend get it done. It's really simple once I show it to you guys what it is really. But I would recommend get it done as soon as you can, and just save it on your computer or save it, wherever you're going to save it. And by the time you go to mail it out, it'll just be a quick, walk to the post office or, walk to the office, because they don't take any emails or fax or anything like that. So you have to either go in person or you have to mail it. And that way, when that time comes before July 1st, you've already got it done, and all you got to do is send it out. So, yeah, so that's when the letters due, and the letter of intent is pretty much, I'll read it over for you guys. It's pretty much all it is you're telling them, I'm going to homeschool my child, and that's pretty much it. The information that needs to be on the form, on the letter, is your name, your address, your city, state, and zip code, the date, and the child's name and address. No, I'm sorry. The name and address of where you're sending it to, where you're sending the letter to, which would be the, I believe his name is Mr. Harrison, at such and such place. I'll give you guys the link to where you can find the address to make sure that it's, it's up to date and stuff. And you put that person's name, and address at their office, and then you write, Dear Homeschooling Manager, and then below that you put your child's name, your child's age, your child's date of birth, and your child's grade level. And then you put, this letter provides written notice of our intent to educate our child. And then you put your child's name at home for the coming school year 2016 to 2017, which is what we're going to be doing. And then in the bottom you put sincerely, your name and your signature, you sign it. Then you put your telephone number and an alternate phone number if you have. And that is literally it. Like, I won't get, not going to show you guys exactly what I have down here because it's super messy. But that's pretty much it. That is all the letter of intent is. It's really simple. And you go ahead and you mail that out. Like I said, I recommend you send it priority mail or certified mail, whichever one is safest and fastest, because I've heard of situations like my friend, Alba, she sent it out and never got back the response that she was supposed to, much less her, I guess her paperwork and stuff, the things that they're supposed to send you back. And she had to go and follow up, and I think she had to resend it again. So it's always also good to keep a copy of it for your own record keeping purposes. And that way you don't have any craziness going on. Keep yourself organized. It's very important now that you're going to be homeschooling. So that's the letter of intent. And then I already went over the important dates. And next I wanted to talk a little bit about kindergarten. So for me, I'm a new homeschooler. This will be my first time. And so it says, this is what I got off the website. I'll link the website down below so you guys can check it out for yourselves. It says, new homeschoolers whose children have never attended a New York City public school are required to submit copies of birth certificate, proof of residence, along with the initial paperwork. Now, I wonder if preschool counts as New York City public school. If you guys know, please let me know down below. I'm not sure. I think it does. Because they already have all her paperwork. They have her copy of her birth certificate and all that other stuff that I already, sent in when I initially signed her up for preschool. So that might not count for us. So I'm thinking if your child has never been in preschool yet, much less, kindergarten or any New York City public school, you would have to submit all these forms and stuff along with the initial paperwork, like the letter of intent. So for kindergartners, because when you get to the higher grades, like beginning at first grade all the way up until 8th grade, 12th grade, if you're gonna be homeschooling, you're gonna have to be submitting. It's called the abbreviation for it. Sorry, the abbreviation for it is an IHIP, and it's an Let me read it the right way. I wish I had it on here. I don't think I wrote it down. Let me see if I can say it off the top of my head because it always confuses me. IHIP, Individualized Home Instruction Plan. Exactly, that's what it is. An Individualized Home Instruction Plan, which is pretty much a plan, a curriculum that you put together to mail to them, to send to them, to show them what it is that your child's going to be learning. Now, because our children, for the most part, the people who I've reached out, I think their children are going into kindergarten now, are going to be kindergartners. We don't need to do that. And if we choose to, the paperwork that we have to do for it, it's very, it's very light paperwork. But I'm not going to do it just because I'm just starting and I don't want to flood myself with paperwork that's just unnecessary at this point, that I can just prep myself better for the following year when she goes into first grade. So I'm not going to do it. No, I'm sorry. Oh my God. No, that's for quarterlies. Quarterly reports. We don't have to do quarterly reports. We do have to do an IHIP, Individualized Home Instruction Plan. This trips me up every time that I say it. But we only have to do it once. We don't have to do it quarterly. So that's good. I am going to do another video talking about the IHIP and pretty much how to do it, because I was reading on the website and the lady was saying that the first time she did it, it took her more than a day and it was 14 pages long. Now, I'm not trying to do that kind of paperwork. I can hardly sit down and write down these little 2 pages that I had ready for you guys. So now when she finally got into the swing of things and she figured out how things work, she realized that it can take her about an hour and it was 2 pages long. Now that's a huge difference. So like I said, we do have to do this first time when we initially, begin the process with them, just to show them, what it is that we're going to be doing. I think so. So if it is true, I will do a video about the IHIP and how, to do one and how not to, kill yourself or rot your brain sitting at a desk or writing this thing out and have it, become this long drawn out process. So I will do that for you guys. And let me see what else. I did the LOI, important dates, kindergartners. I talked a little bit about the IHIP. And that's pretty much it, guys. I think that's it. Let me think before I sign off. I think that is it. Now, there are certain different specifications if you live in Yonkers. And I'm trying to think because I have a friend who lives, I believe it's in Tuckahoe. And I'm not sure if it's the same thing. if she'll have to file her paperwork at a separate office, because it does have a separate address if you live in Yonkers, or if she would still count as New York City and she could file in New York City. I'm not sure. I'm gonna figure that out, and then I'll get back to you guys and let you guys know in case you don't live in New York City. So that is pretty much it. I hope this video wasn't too long. My next video, which I'm probably gonna film right after this one, so stay tuned if you want to see my little bit of, my little stack here of things that I want to get, that I'm starting to get together for Lily to build her curriculum. Now, I'm still on the search for something set that I can, go to every single day and already has everything planned out, but I will be implementing my own things. So stay tuned for that video. I'll be going over everything that I have here and show you guys what I have and where I got it from and where you can get it from. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for my next video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and leave me any questions you guys have down below. I hope I answered as much as I could for you guys and as much as you needed. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.